I would love the opportunity to meet with the leadership of North Korea. That's an opportunity I have not yet had. I would love to speak with them about why I see that's actually in their best interest to sign the CTBT. For two reasons. One reason is that it would be the beginning of some confidence building by DPRK in terms of their relationship with other states and building towards more peace and security, and not just in the Korean Peninsula and Northeast Asia, but in the world. But I'd also say that it is in their direct interest, to suspend any further tests, in their relationship and the negotiations that would take place more broadly. And in this way, I think it would be of great value to North Korea. It is deeply regrettable and disappointing that the Russian Federation withdrew its ratification of the CTBT in October last year. They did not withdraw from the treaty. They remain a signatory state to the treaty, and therefore they remain committed to the object and purpose of this treaty. The Russian Federation stressed to me at the time that they would also continue to establish the last of their monitoring stations, and before the end of last year, the 32nd of their 32 stations was established. And they also committed to continue to see the data transmitted from their stations to the International Data Center here at the CTBTO in Vienna. Disappointing, very disappointing that they would withdraw their ratification. The stations continue to operate and the data continues to flow to the International Data Center and from there to the nations. South Korea is a wonderfully supportive state to the CTBTO. We have 187 state signatories. South Korea is one of those. On the very first day that the CTBT was open for signature, South Korea signed. Such is the commitment of the country. South Korea also hosts one of the International Monitoring System stations, a seismic station, and it operates it at a very high standard and a high quality, and we appreciate that. South Korea also has hosted various events over the years in capacity building and technical workshops of different types. One of those even as recently as last year. So we greatly appreciate the strong and deep commitment of South Korea to the CTBTO. The global arrangements when it comes to nuclear weapons are absolutely in support of stopping the spread of nuclear weapon capability to any additional country, such as South Korea, and also to the ultimate disarmament of getting rid of nuclear weapons from the world. For as long as nuclear weapons exist, then there remains a real risk that they could be used. And so it would be counter that commitment and movement of all states, if a state was to choose to embrace and develop nuclear weapons. I do not see that as being something which would be helpful for the country, for even the region or the world more broadly. And I really appreciate that South Korea has remained steadfast in its commitment to non-proliferation and nuclear disarmament. That is one of the concerns of many, that if a state developed nuclear weapon capability, that others would then follow. And that's a concern globally, not just within Northeast Asia or other parts of the world. I think it is very clear to us all that for as long as nuclear weapons exist in anybody's hands, although the argument might be that it's for deterrence, there is the real risk that they could be used.